Without him, every time you wanted to play a new game, you'd have to buy a new PlayStation or Xbox. And without him, we'd also never have the iconic, "My game crashed, so let me take the cartridge out and blow on it." He paved the way for every single game console we have today. He was born in Brooklyn in December of 1940. He was raised in Queens, though, in a working-class, education-first household. And his mom was a strong advocate for education and served on the local PTA. His grandfather was even a physicist despite the immense racial barriers that came with that profession during his time. At an early age, Lawson became a self-taught engineer. By the age of 13, he earned his amateur ham radio license. He was building his own radios from scratch. He also fixed TVs and had his own radio station in his room. He went on to briefly attend Queens College but did not graduate. However, he became another black figure that proved that intellect was not mutually exclusive to formal education. In the 1970s, he moved to Silicon Valley. He was one of the few black engineers that was working in the tech industry here at the time. He then joined Fairchild Semiconductor, a major player in computer and electronics. He worked his way to becoming chief hardware engineer and director of engineering and marketing for their video game division. In 1976, he led the team that developed Fairchild Channel F. It was the first home video game console that used interchangeable game cartridges. Before this, consoles like the Magnavox Odyssey were designed to only play one or a few games, and they were hardwired directly into the system. Lawson's innovation was the first of its kind, revolutionary even because it allowed players to switch out games with only one console. He also contributed to the first pause button, the 8-direction joystick design, and a safer voltage mechanism to prevent damage when interchanging cartridges. His innovations made home gaming more flexible, expandable, and profitable. After Fairchild, Lawson founded VideoSoft. It was one of the earliest black-owned video game development companies. They created software for the Atari 2600. The company didn't last long, but the accomplishment was a rare feat in itself. During this era of Silicon Valley, there were very few black tech owners. In spite of all this, Jerry Lawson remained relatively unknown for decades. He passed away in April of 2011 due to diabetes complications. But since then, his contributions have been celebrated more. He was honored by the International Game Development Association, featured in the Netflix documentary High Score. He was added as a permanent exhibition at the Strong National Museum of Play. The USC Games program launched the Jerry Lawson Fund. On what would have been his 82nd birthday, Google honored him with a doodle, and Sony PlayStation named a development lab in his honor. Jerry Lawson was more than just an engineer. He paved the way for a billion-plus-dollar industry. And every time someone swaps out a game, saves their progress, or loads up a console, they're touching his legacy. He was not just a footnote in the gaming industry. He made it better and what it is today.